Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with a brand new pedal. This is a custom made Bluesbreaker MK1 clone, and I had it custom made. Well, with an additional feature added, really. It's just the battery compartment. The original one didn't have one, so I requested one, and there's a switch to turn it on and off. This is my first time using the Bluesbreaker. Oh, let me show you the page quickly on Reverb. It's called Days Gear Outlet. Yeah, based in Hungary. And this is, I actually originally want to buy this one. But yeah, I got a battery added for mine. The original thing doesn't come with one as far as I know. I'm not sure if he's doing them like that now. But yeah, as I was saying, this is my first time using a Bluesbreaker pedal. I just wanted to have some diversity and some variation in tone as opposed to only using Joyo Vintage Overdrive, which is a Tube Screamer 808 clone. And you know, some people say that Tube Screamers aren't all that great. I guess it's because of like the mid hump or whatever, the mid scoop. I don't, I'm not entirely sure, but people don't like them for whatever reason. And people even say like the Boss DS1 is a much better option, even though it isn't transparent. This isn't transparent. This isn't a transparent overdrive either. This is supposed to be a transparent overdrive. That's how the Bluesbreakers were made. And I'm really excited to see how it sounds like. This is the first time I'm actually hearing it. I'm now plugging it in, and you know, I don't even know. The knobs aren't labeled, so I'm not sure what they do as yet. But one should be for gain, one should be for tone, one should be for volume. So we'll figure out as it goes. I'm playing a SKP Pro Stage Les Paul 800. I actually spray painted this in Cherry Sunburst a few years back. Kind of looks vintage, but I think it looks ugly. Need a new Les Paul, man. But it plays great. Yeah, man. So I'm going into a Fender Mustang 3, the first version of one, and I have the tone pretty clean. That's the bridge pickup. That's middle. I put this guitar all the fades in the middle. For that Peter Green effect. And this is the bridge. Tuned in D standard. Okay, so let's check out this pedal. Gotta figure which one is volume. Not that. Not that. Here we go. That's volume. Okay, which one is gain? That's gain. Tone now. It kind of sounds, it sounds good, but I mean, I'm in the bridge pickup. It kind of sounds like the middle pickup a bit, which is kind of strange. Well, not at all the fades middle position, but it kind of does have that brightness, I guess, of the in-between tone, like a bright or a dark tone for middle pickup. Trying not to crank the gain, but let's see. Try the net pickup. pretty interesting. Supposed to be a transparent overdrive anyway. Let me try cranking the tone. It's outplayed distortion for sure. Let's try some neck pickup. Fuzz. Should we try some fuzz? Bridge pickup. Why I'm fuzz, I'm Bluesbreaker. Compare this to the Joyo overdrive one these days. I don't have enough cables right now, and I'm a bit tired, so that's for another video. I could try it with the DS1. So this is the DS1. As you can see, the settings: tone at 11, distortion at 12, level crank. Let's try the Bluesbreaker. That was a net maker. Bluesbreaker. Let me turn back the tone to see if we could get to match the DS1. Okay. What happened there? Oh, bad cable. Very outplayed distortion coming from the Bluesbreaker. So let me just try the DS1. Now let's start them together. Whoops, bad cable. have to. Univibe. Crank again, tune, let's crank every day. Getting that pick up. Thanks for watching the video, man. Um, it's a fairly decent pedal, man. It's something they could get used to, you know. Like I said, I've never used a Bluesbreaker before, so it's something that I'm glad I have in my arsenal. It could come in handy. It sounds very amp-like, which I guess is something I was looking for. I want to get a Marshall at some point. I'm kind of obsessed with Marshall tones, you know, listening to all those vintage bands. Not even Hendrix, even though Hendrix did use Marshalls, but he did use different acts at some point. But I mean, guys like Dwayne Allman and Eric Clapton in his early days in particular, those are the tones I'm really looking to get. You know, people use a lot of Marshalls for modern day heavy metal and stuff like that. I'm not really too pleased by modern heavy metal, really. I like vintage heavy metal bands, I guess, like Sabbath and UFO and those guys. But like even bands like Sleep, I like Sleep. They don't really use Marshalls. They tend to use orange amps and Laney amps, you know, because Tony Iommi used Laney's in Black Sabbath. But yeah, man, it's a good pedal. I like how it looks too. You know, that psychedelic lava look. I think the color is called lava red. But yeah, man, he did a great job. He did a really great job, man. I'm really impressed. And he was so nice. He spoke to me. He made sure I got my address. Apparently, the right addresses differently in Hungary. You know. So he guided me through that process. I'm glad it's finally here. I think I ordered it a month or two ago. I can't exactly remember. Probably 2 months ago. Because he was still working on the finishing touches for me. Like the battery compartment. Let me just show you what it looks like all around. A little closer. You see that? So this is tone. This is gain. This is volume. This is back. There's even a 9-volt adapter jack. So, you know, this is the battery switch. Yeah. Apparently, if you're getting one with the battery switch, you need to leave it down so it stays off. Because if you leave it up, apparently that still drains the battery. These Bluesbreakers or something else, man. I'm not even sure if the originals carried batteries. I don't think they did. I really don't think so. But yeah, man, that's it for today. I'm really tired, man. I didn't even go to work today, man. I wasn't feeling well, you know. But as soon as I saw this come in the mail, I said, I gotta go get it. So yeah, alright guys, cheers. Do enjoy. Sorry for the lengthy video and all the talking, you know. It just I have to get back to this at some point though. Gonna compare it with the Joy Overdrive and use a Strat as well as the Les Paul. So yeah, cheers guys, see you around. New music coming soon. Working on a track called Power, which is actually an album as well. It's a track and an album by Mystic Sun. Please check it out. I posted some previews on my YouTube channel. Okay, see ya. Bye. Cheers. Greetings from Barbados.